So welcome to day 17 of my 30-day backpack adventure. So yesterday I hiked over Kearsarge Pass after a resupply and did 8.5 miles to some random trailside campsite at the base of Glen Pass. Glen Pass is what I have to do today. Doesn't look too bad. It's only a 1,000-foot climb-ish compared to 26, probably more like 3,000 with all the other climbing I did yesterday. I was so tired at the end of the day. I got in late. There were some other people camped there, but they were already in bed. I just camped kind of nearby. Oh my gosh, these horse steps. This morning I had one of those moments like, what the heck am I doing here? Like out here all by myself in the wilderness. What am I, crazy? It's so much work. I mean, ahead of me now, all I have are big climbs. And I was looking at my original trip plan and thinking about how I need to modify it to get these passes done early in the day. A, for energy, and B, weather. I don't know, but then I looked outside my tent and I looked at this canyon view and I was like, oh yeah, this is why I'm here. Even if I have to be here all by myself. So, I'm just gonna put on my good attitude because look at this beauty. I mean, okay, yeah, I gotta climb all that, but this is why I'm here. And I'm gonna do it. I can do it. I may not be as fast as other people, but I can still do it. Last chance water before the pass. So, I picked up half a liter. The path ahead, I'm over 11,000 feet, so I have to stop and catch my breath a lot. But look at this beautiful cathedral of nature and this little tarn down below. Oh my gosh, in the picture it looks like more rock, but it's water reflecting. I hope you can see that. It's this beautiful turquoise. Okay, walking sticks, let's go. Feet, you ready? There you are, feet. Let's go. Well, I guess that wasn't last chance water after all. Keep running into more water. Oh, look, a ladybug. I don't know if the camera will focus on it or not. There she is, little ladybug. Yeah, of course that wasn't the top. The real top's somewhere up there. And there goes the band of students studying terrestrial plant and animal life around lakes. And there's this beautiful creek here and this gorgeous peaks. So plenty to look at. Look at this beautiful lake. I can't imagine doing this pass in snow. So looking up the trail, looks like it's not going that way, which looked easier. It's going up this way, and so the pass is up there in that saddle somewhere. Here come the students. I don't know if you can see them. Oh my God, you can see the top. There's people over there. Thank God. Okay, this is the real top. Okay, I made it. Normally I don't sit around at these passes at the top because I'm usually trying to outrun some kind of weather. But this time I think I'm going to take a few minutes and enjoy two fabulous views. I'll show them to you. Okay, so this is where I came from. Up all this. I can't imagine doing this in the snow. What a nightmare. And this is the new view. Rae Lakes, very popular destination. So I was talking with a guy up at the top of the pass, and he was saying that he thought Glen Pass was a little bit harder than Forester. You know, and actually I kind of agree, because even though Forester is higher elevation, it's 13,200 feet, and this is 11 something, I don't know, it's high 11s. This one is much steeper and rockier getting up to the top, which is why I kept saying I can't imagine doing this in snow, because I don't even know how you'd find the trail in snow. And just because of the steepness and the narrow passageways and the big drop-offs, you know, it's just, I think it's a little bit more difficult. Just my opinion. Anyway, glad to be going down. So I don't even know how many miles that was. It probably wasn't more than 2, if I'm lucky, maybe 1 something. So I have a 9.8 mile day, so most of my miles are ahead of me still. I haven't studied the topo to see whether there are a lot of ups and downs or if it's cruisy. I mean, judging from the valley over there, looks pretty cruisy going down, but you never know. We'll see. Anyway, that plan would put me at Woods Creek, where the famous swinging bridge is for camping, but the problem with that plan is that I'm still, I think, 5 or 7 miles out from Pinchot Pass, which I don't want to be setting myself up to be doing late in the day in case the clouds return, and then also the energy factor. Going up Kearsarge Pass, starting at 10, I mean, it took me a long time to get up that, so the closer I can get to the pass, the better, but we got to see how the body feels. You know, I start out pretty good in the mornings. The feet and the legs and the shoulders, they all feel recovered. And then at some point during the day, just, you know, the pain just starts piling on. I mean, yesterday, I could barely stand by the time I got to camp. It was tough, you know. After a 0 day is always extra tough, so maybe today I'll be better, because the body's like, oh yeah, back to work. Check out this creek just coming out of nowhere, out of the rocks. Must be diverted from the lake above. All over the trail and down into this beautiful little creek area. Really the trail. Look at this little paradise. It's like an oasis. So finally getting down to these Rae Lakes. They're awfully pretty, but I don't think they're any prettier than Lady Lake, which is near the southwestern border of Yosemite Valley. That was the most beautiful lake I ever saw, and now all lakes are judged against it. Just my personal opinion, because obviously this lake is stunning. Hello. Ooh, this is the wettest looking creek crossing so far. Camera away. So it's a little after 12 and I'm sitting here on the edge of one of the Rae Lakes, soaking my feet. The wind just kicked up. I left camp a little after 8. I got here a little after noon, so basically I took 4 hours to walk 3.5 miles. They were hard miles, up some super rocky trails and down some pretty rocky trails. I have 6.5 miles to go to stay on plan to get to Woods Creek, which isn't a perfect plan because then I'm 7 miles out, I think, from Pinchot Pass, or Pinochet Pass, I can't remember. Anyway, I'm thinking pinchos, like, you know, in Puerto Rico, we had pinchos all the time. Chicken on a stick, oh, so good. I think it's Pinochet. Thinking about food. So I have all afternoon to hike 6.5 miles, so I'm probably gonna get into camp late again. I was gonna grab water here, but it's all covered with pollen, looks gross. So I think I'm gonna walk another half mile, quarter mile up to a stream to get water there. I'm actually waterless at this point. So I'm not gonna eat lunch because that'll just make me thirsty. Oh, there's a dragonfly. I just walked right up on a deer that was hiding behind that bush. Maybe it was laying down, judging by the duff. And then it ran around here. Let's see if I can see it. Oh, no, totally gone. It was a doe. She was cute. Onward, looking for water. More Rae Lakes. There's a little sandy beach down there. And in the distance, right up there is the little ranger hut with peak views of the lake. It's got to be the best ranger gig anywhere. And the water I was looking for. I love all the mosses that grow with the flowers. It's so pretty. So I've made a very important decision. I've decided that today's lunch is going to be a progressive lunch. So I'm walking by this series of lakes and streams, and I already soaked my feet in one place. I got water in another place, and now I'm gonna find another place to have lunch, and we'll see if it's hot or cold. Depends on the setting and my mood, and I may even soak my feet again. So I'm just gonna enjoy this lakes area kind of in a progressive way. Oh, there's people. Hello.
How are you?
Caught me talking to myself.
No problem. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. These look and smell like wild onions. I don't know for sure, so I'm not going to eat them. But it sure smells like onions right here. These are so pretty. Some nice hiker who just passed me by told me that there was extra food in the bear box at Lake Arrowhead, which is right up ahead. And I gotta be honest, I'm not looking forward to my hot meal tonight. You know, it's quinoa and seasonings. The seasonings will be good, but the quinoa, you know, just boiling water over it is not enough. I mean, it helps it taste less starchy, but it's still al dente. I mean, it really needs to cook for longer. But I don't want to use up all my fuel cooking it for as long as it takes. So the quinoa, the orzo, the lentils, basically anything that isn't instant is a total fail. So next time I need to use instant quinoa, if that exists, and instant rice, and more of those, I guess, softer pastas that cook quickly. I have a few of those in my meal bag here. And I'm saving those for last in case the fuel runs out. But yeah. And then of course, because my Jetboil has been so flaky about lighting, you know, I'm wasting fuel on that. And I have 8 or 9 days to go here. This is part 3 of my progressive lunch. Sit on a rock and eat corn chips. Barbecue corn chips. And look at the view, of course. Ooh, Lake Arrowhead is a very pretty lake. Look at the view. Definitely not happy with this Jetboil. The so-called easy button here again failed to work, and I had to use a lighter to get the thing going. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. I hope they can replace it. Okay, progressive lunch part 4. Sit on the Z-rest, spread out, and cook a hot meal, which it's gonna be quinoa that's probably crunchy, but I have this beautiful lake to look at while I'm crunching down my lunch. So it's not all bad. Look at this pretty meadow. So there's this big rain cloud behind me forming over my progressive lunch, so I thought I better wrap it up and get a move on. It's getting late in the day. It's 3 o'clock and I still have 4.5 miles to go, so I don't know, depending on the terrain, maybe I'll be rolling in at 7ish, which would be okay. My quinoa wasn't that bad. It was a little crunchy, but it's okay. Look how pretty this is. This is the outflow of Arrowhead Lake. It's gorgeous. Part of me is tempted to just walk on through because it feels so good on my feet. But I don't know if I want to have wet shoes all day. Not sure. Dollar Lake is very pretty. Creek Bridge is down there somewhere. So I just took a picture of 7 guys in front of the no fires above 10,000 feet sign. I think maybe they were related. Some of them were, I don't know if they all were. Not sure why that sign was significant, but who knows. Anyway, they were super nice. I've been seeing a lot of people on the trail today. You know, not so many that it's obnoxious, but you know, people here and there, so it's good. I don't feel like I'm totally alone. I am starting to get a sense of who is traveling in my direction. They're all faster than me, so I don't know. I may leapfrog a little while and then I won't see them again. I only saw 2 guys walking about my speed. Sadly, they were going in the other direction, but they were super nice. Oh, and that guy that I was talking to about Forrester on the top of Glen Pass, well, I saw him again near the ranger station, and he and his friend were walking back, and I said, so are you doing the pass again? And he's like, yeah, well, my friend's not feeling too well. So, and when I passed him, I said, I hope he feels better. So I'm really lucky that the altitude is not really causing any ill effect. I think a lot of it has to do with the gradual nature by which I acclimated to it. And maybe it's genetics too, I have no idea. Drinking water, eating, all of that helps. You know, this midday hot meal I'm kind of liking because it makes me sit down for more than 10 minutes and it gives my feet a rest. And forgive me if I look down a lot. I don't want to trip. And it gives me a real boost of energy afterwards, you know. I mean, quinoa, crunchy or not, good source of protein. So, I don't know, maybe I'll keep doing it. Depends on the weather too. So, I don't know how many more miles I have to go. Maybe 3, maybe 2, not sure. I'm just enjoying the scenery. It's so beautiful. It's a little hot when the sun comes out. I kind of like it when the clouds come in. But at least I'm going downhill. Yay! Look at all the pretty wildflowers. There's lupin. Some white ones I don't know the name of. Little purple daisies I don't know the name of. Indian paintbrush. Yellow stuff I don't know the name of. So pretty. Ooh, there's a bumblebee. This bumblebee doesn't want to be on camera. So I couldn't help it. In that last creek, I just walked through. It just felt so good to put my feet in the water. I just hope they dry out before tomorrow morning. I don't know if you can see in the distance, but there's a big old waterfall coming down. Right into the bottom there, which is, I don't think I've got it in the screen. Sorry, I'm not very good with this zoom. I can't even see the LCD screen because it's so bright out. Anyway, the Woods Creek Suspension Bridge, where I'm hoping to camp tonight, is down there. Oh look, another waterfall. There's so many. That's where I came from. Getting closer.
I don't know. See, if the last mile is bad, the last half mile is worse, and the last quarter mile is like, oh my god.
There's the bridge. I made it. We made it. Now, I just need to find a place to camp in all this. Alright, so there's the bridge, and this is the beginning of Hikertown, and there's my blue tent right in the middle of Hikertown, and my new best buds, who I will explain tomorrow. A ton of people camped here. This is the famous suspension bridge. One person at a time. Let's go check it out. It wobbles. Look at it go. Look at it back and forth, back and forth. It's totally rocking. Yeah, I'm not doing this with my pack on tomorrow, but I'll do it tonight for you. All right. It's wobbling. Okay, stop. I'm still wobbling. See it wobble? So, oh, and there's a little bit of color in the sky. So we came down from this canyon, and this way is the more, what do you call it, populous part of Kings Canyon National Park. I mean, I think this is the water that becomes the water in the canyon, but what do I know? Tomorrow we go the rest of the way. Tonight we go back. Whoa, do you see it wobbling? You cannot be drunk on this thing at all. By the way, this is what I had for dinner last night. I was so tired. I just chomped them down. They're so good.